come towards me. This is where you want your patient has to get as close as they can to you, and you need to be in contact with your patient. So you got to get yourself down snug. I drape the arm. This is scapular. I didn't show you. It's not on your list, but it's not on the page. It's in the book. I didn't show it to you, but you really need to do this. This is one of the most common. I do this on all manual resistance on all shoulder people because they have weak scapular stabilizers, and I work on stabilization skills. And I'll go in diagonal patterns as well. I'm just going to show you a couple directions to go. Elevation, depression, abduction kind of thing. And then you can always move in a pattern. So what I do is I explain to my patients what we're going to do. We've explained that. We're going to show them the directions I want them to move. I'm going to have you raise your shoulder up, and I'm going to resist that. And then I'm going to keep the resistance while you're lowering it back down. So for resistance, for elevation, I can do scapular elevation, and I can do it with abduction or protraction at the same time if I want, combine them. But I need to add resistance on the spine of the scapula is a great spot. I don't go up here on the clavicle. I'm going to add my resistance to the spine of the scapula. And so what she's going to do is I'm going to remove this hand a little bit. My stabilization is me stabilizing the trunk. So patient position, are you comfortable? So she's in side lie. I'm making contact with her, otherwise she's going to feel like she's falling off the table. So those boundaries are gone here. There is no boundary. Now you make sure she's aware that you're going to be contacting her. So then she's going to push up. So I want you to elevate, raise your shoulder, match my resistance. That's it. So this hand here is providing her the contact information. Now I'm going to push you down, match my resistance. Match. That's it. That's it. A little more, match mine. Okay, there we go. The other form I could do on that is I could control from here too. Now I can have her, I can push up and have her come back down from here. So if I'm doing that and I'm pushing and she's matching my resistance, what motion is being done and what type of muscle contraction. So if I'm going from here and I'm pushing this way and she's matching.
Eccentric elevation.
Eccentric.
Depression.
I wouldn't be concentrating.
Depression. Eccentric depression.
Eccentric depression.
Yeah, absolutely. So we can do concentric and eccentric at the same time. So in this time, I'm gonna push you up. You're gonna match my resistance, okay? Match, 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 match. There we go. This hand is just adding guidance, direction. Okay, and back down. Match my resistance, match my resistance. Okay, good. So I could do abduction. I can take the scapula and pull it this way, or I could resist scapular abduction. For abduction, I can also match my resistance. I want you to pull this way towards me. So I'm going to get abduction coming this way, right? So match my resistance. Match me, match me, match me. Careful that I don't add too much pressure there. Good. Now match my resistance all the way back. All the way back. I'm going to push you back. Let me. Control it. There it is. Let me. Let me. She keeps wanting to do isometrics. Good. So what did I just do there?
Eccentric.
Eccentric what?
Abduction.
Yeah.
Or
Abduction. Abduction. Yeah. That's right. So we can do any one of those ranges this way. What I typically will do is I'll go diagonals. So when I get a shoulder injury, a lot of times I'll work on stability here. So I'll get them, I'll go through the motion. I'll go come up and back down. This is the motion we're going to do. This is the motion we're going to do, okay? So get them familiar. Get them familiar with it. There's your diagonals, okay? Then what I'm going to do is, okay, I want you to match my resistance in the up. Okay, come on up and forward. Up, match my hand, 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 match. Good. And back. Don't let me move it. Okay, and back. Back, 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 back. There you go.
So pulling up is concentric.
So she's moving concentrically this way and then
eccentric.
eccentrically back. That's right. You can go in any direction. You can go two different diagonal patterns. Retraction, any of those. Okay. So your idea of the scapular stabilizers to really do, this is one area that you do a lot. I do a lot of manual resistance. I'll do abduction, adduction, elevation, depression, or I'll do them combined motions in diagonals. This is an area I do a lot of. Like I say, a lot of times we don't. We're working with people that don't need that much manual resisted because they're already fairly strong. One of the biggest problems with shoulder injuries is lack of stability around the scapula, right? Let's start teaching it how to work over and over and getting the patterns going, okay? Make sense? So that's the scapula. I just wanted to show